Prepare for an extraordinary journey through the rise of Honda, brought to you by Boardroom Secrets. From a modest village workshop to a global empire worth billions, this is the story of a man whose fiery passion for machines forged a legacy that redefined innovation. Soichiro Honda's tale is one of grit, genius, and a dream grander than Japan's Mount Fuji. It's not just about cars or bikes, it's about defying the odds, overcoming failure, and rewriting what's possible. Settle in for a story as thrilling as a Honda Civic racing down the highway. In 1906, in a poor Japanese village, a boy was born into hardship. His father, a blacksmith and bicycle repairman, and his mother, a weaver, struggled to survive. Life was unforgiving. 5 of Soichiro's 8 siblings died in childhood due to illness. Yet amid poverty and loss, a spark ignited in his heart, a love for machines. As a toddler, he tinkered with tools in his father's shop, captivated by gears and engines. At 8, he saw his first car, a Ford Model T, roaring through his village, its gasoline scent etching a vivid memory. That moment kindled a lifelong ambition to create something that moved the world. By age 11, Soichiro's passion took flight. Hearing of a stunt pilot, Art Smith, performing 20 kilometers away, he borrowed his father's old bicycle and pedaled through searing heat to a military airfield. Unable to afford a ticket, he climbed a tree to watch biplanes soar across the sky. The sight of those machines dancing freely solidified his dream to build world-changing technology. Back home, fearing his father's anger for sneaking off, he was surprised when his dad praised his determination, recognizing a shared mechanical passion. This affirmation fueled Soichiro's resolve. School, however, held little appeal. His grades suffered as his mind stayed in the workshop. To avoid disappointing his parents, he carved a fake family seal from an old bike pedal to forge report cards. The clever plan worked briefly, but when exposed, his father was less upset about the forgery than its poor craftsmanship. This bold ingenuity foreshadowed the innovator Soichiro would become. By his teens, he was repairing bikes alongside his father, crafting toys from scrap, and mastering mechanics through relentless curiosity. In 1922, at 15, Soichiro saw a job ad for an auto repair shop in Tokyo called Asoka. Seizing the opportunity, he left his quiet village for the bustling capital, a daring leap into the unknown. His early days at Asoka were humbling. No pay, only room and board, and tasks like sweeping floors and babysitting the owner's children. But a 1923 earthquake changed everything. With skilled mechanics scarce, Soichiro stepped into car repairs with unmatched zeal. He devoured auto magazines, studied every vehicle, and soon designed replacement parts, earning the mentorship of Asoka's owner, Jujo. Under Jujo's guidance, Soichiro ventured into race car design. In 1924, their Curtiss race car, co-designed by Soichiro, won Japan's national championship, a triumph that electrified his ambitions. At 20, colorblindness, a surprising twist, exempted him from military service, freeing him to take charge of Asoka's Hamamatsu branch. Despite doubts about his youth, he transformed it into a thriving hub with charm, skill, and tireless work. By the 1930s, he'd built a small empire. But Soichiro's wild side surfaced too. He threw lavish parties and even danced naked at his own wedding. A drunken incident saw a geisha fall from a window, miraculously saved by power lines, though it blacked out the town. A near-fatal 1936 racing crash, leaving him scarred and hospitalized for 3 months, was a turning point. He abandoned his reckless lifestyle, realizing his repair shop success wasn't enough. A greater dream beckoned, to create, not just repair. In 1937, Soichiro pitched Asoka to shift into manufacturing pistons, but they rejected the risky venture. Undaunted, he co-founded Tokai Seiki Heavy Industry, working days at Asoka and nights on pistons. Exhausted but driven, he studied metallurgy at night school, pouring everything into his vision. By 1939, he'd crafted a revolutionary piston design and left Asoka to focus on his company. Orders from Toyota flooded in, but quality issues crushed his hopes. Only 3 of thousands of pistons passed Toyota's strict tests. Refusing to give up, Soichiro traveled Japan, learning from universities and factories. His persistence paid off. He not only met Toyota's standards, but invented an automated production process, cutting costs and boosting output. His factory expanded, and success seemed certain, until World War II intervened. The war ravaged Tokai Seiki. Drafted workers and scarce materials crippled production. Soichiro scavenged fuel cans dropped by enemy planes to keep his factory alive. In 1944, a bomb destroyed one plant. A 1945 earthquake leveled another. With his empire in ruins, he sold what remained to Toyota and retreated, battered but unbroken. Post-war Japan faced fuel shortages, making bicycles the primary transport. Seeing opportunity in crisis, Soichiro fitted small military surplus engines onto bikes, creating motorized bicycles that sold rapidly. This inspired a new venture. In 1946, he founded the Honda Technical Research Institute with funds from the sale, aiming to mass-produce motorcycles. By 1948, Honda Motor Company was established, backed by 3,000 bicycle shop owners who invested after Soichiro's bold pitch to 18,000 shops across Japan. Partnering with Tako Fujisawa, a business strategist, Soichiro focused on engineering while Fujisawa managed operations. Their first complete motorcycle, the Dream D, launched in 1949, a rough but pivotal step. The 1958 Super Cub, lighter and safer, became a global phenomenon, overwhelming Japan with orders. Honda set its sights on America, where bikers were seen as rough outlaws. Their 1960s campaign, "You meet the nicest people on a Honda," paired with sleek, approachable designs, shattered stereotypes, winning over families and youth. By 1964, nearly half of U.S. motorcycle sales were Hondas. By the decade's end, Honda was the world's top motorcycle maker, producing 1 million bikes monthly. Their 1966 Grand Prix sweep, dominating all 5 categories, showcased their engineering dominance. Still, Soichiro's childhood dream of building cars endured. In 1963, Honda launched the T360 mini truck, which saw modest sales. Undeterred, he seized a new opportunity in the 1970s environmental movement. While rivals like GM fought America's Clean Air Act, Soichiro embraced it, declaring, "When Congress sets new emissions standards, Honda hires 50 engineers, GM hires 50 lawyers." His team developed the CVCC engine, a breakthrough that slashed emissions and fuel use without compromising power. Launched in 1972, the Honda Civic, equipped with CVCC, became a global hit during the 1973 oil crisis, offering affordability and reliability. The 1976 Accord, aimed at the middle class, solidified Honda's reputation, with sales surpassing 1 million units. In 1986, Honda entered the luxury market with Acura, challenging giants like BMW. By the late 1980s, Honda was the world's third-largest automaker, expanding into jet engines and robotics. Soichiro, with over 150 patents, retired in 1973, but remained influential until his death in 1991 at 84, leaving a $92 million fortune. Rejecting family succession, he entrusted Honda to experts, ensuring its growth. Today, Honda's legacy, from the Super Cub to the Civic, reflects Soichiro's relentless spirit. Boardroom Secrets honors his triumphs and resilience, a testament to what passion and perseverance can achieve against all odds.